supertalk.fm. Also streaming from the SuperTalk Mississippi app and your local SuperTalk Mississippi radio station. Would love for you to watch us if you can on your computer, your mobile device. Just head on over to SuperTalk TV. It's Friday, so we got Tanya back in the house to talk movies. Now, Tanya, last week you were out, and me and Will were discussing 80s movies, and I saw you posted on the Good Things Facebook group. You couldn't decide, so you don't have a favorite 80s?
I looked through that list like 4 times, and I was like, there's no way. I mean, that was a great decade for movies.
It really was a great decade. Okay, catch us up. We got 2 weeks worth of stuff.
Yeah, so there weren't any major new releases last weekend other than Paddington in Peru, which, you know, is a family-friendly movie. I just rewatched Paddington, the first one. I think it was last weekend. And he is the cutest bear. I just love that series. It's just always sweet and heartwarming, and everybody can watch it. But yeah, so that came out. This weekend we have a movie that really makes me feel claustrophobic. It's called Last Breath.
Okay, no.
And it's based on a true story.
Absolutely not.
About an underwater rescue mission.
Can't do it. Mm-mm.
Me either. I mean, I don't know. I had an MRI a couple of years ago, and I never thought of myself as being claustrophobic. I've never had problems with being in small spaces until that happened. And now the thought of it, I just can't imagine. So, like, at one time, you know, scuba diving, that kind of stuff did not faze me or intimidate me. But I could not do it now.
And I'm sure after this movie, you absolutely could.
I know. But it's Woody Harrelson is in it. But yeah, it's you know, based on a true story. Simu Liu is in it from the Marvel Universe. So a great cast, but it reminds me of the movie, you know, the little boys that got trapped in the cave, and they had to do that really, really tight rescue to get them. It makes me think of that. And although that movie was fantastic, also based on a true story, it's hard to watch because you just think, how did these people do this?
Even when you know the outcome.
Yeah.
Like you were watching it in real time and you knew the boys got saved and it was going to be like a kind of a happier ending, but you're still watching it and you're like, oh no.
Yeah. I mean, these guys are just heroes. I mean, to do what they do. And then there's another one that's called My Dead Friend Zoe. It's a dark comedy about a U.S. Army person whose best friend dies, and she finds herself seeing this friend and her family, and others are worried about her.
As they should be.
Yeah, but it's got a great cast. Morgan Freeman is in it. Anything he's in is elevated. I mean, he's so awesome. And Natalie Morales, the actress, plays Zoe. So really good cast. And Ed Harris is in it.
This is on the big screen?
Yeah, it is. So if you're in the mood to laugh, that's probably the one to check out this weekend. But the big attraction for this weekend is it's Oscar weekend.
Yeah.
So we have the Oscars are Sunday. The ceremony starts, I believe, at 7 our time, but they'll have a red carpet at 6, unless you watch E, and it starts at like noon on E, which I love it.
You eat it up.
Yeah, they just, you know, they interview just every little person that's got anything to do with it, all the behind the scenes.
So it got pushed back, but it's still happening.
Right, it's still happening, and I'm sure they'll do their fundraising efforts like these other award shows have done. But yeah, it's happening, and the only major change that I've heard of really has nothing to do with the fires. They've just decided to eliminate songs. Like, you know, usually every best song nominee gets sung either by...
Oh, you mean the music,
not
the award. I was like, man, Beyonce broke it.
So that's going to be different, which this is a great year for them to skip it because the songs this year just aren't on my jam. Usually there's 1 or 2 songs that you just can't wait to see performed. So I'm not real sad about it because that'll shave off a lot of time. The other thing I'm really excited about is Conan O'Brien's hosting. I love him, so I feel like it's going to be fun to watch. But I can't wait to see who's going to win. Usually you kind of have front runners, and there are a few front runners, but for Best Picture, it's really anybody's game because you've got the Critics' Choice Awards, you've got the SAG Awards, you've got the Golden Globes. Different movies are winning every time. So my pick is still Conclave. I would love to see it win, and I think it's got a great shot. But probably if there's a front runner, I would say it's The Brutalist. Just because it seems to have won more than others. The director, Critics' Choice, John Chu won for Wicked, and he's not even nominated for an Oscar. So it'll be interesting to see who wins that one. And I think Demi Moore is definitely going to win her category. And Zoe Saldana, they've swept everything they've been nominated for pretty much. So I think we're going to have a nice mix of surprises and predictability. For actor, I'm trying to remember. Adrian Brody has been winning a lot, but Timothée Chalamet just won the SAG last weekend, so it would be fun to see him win.
Was that a weekend or was that a weeknight, the SAG Awards?
It was Friday night. No, Sunday night.
Maybe it was Sunday night because my 12-year-old wanted to watch it. And
Really?
she came in and she said, hey, will y'all watch this with me? And, it's not my husband's jam, but I was like, your 12-year-old just asked to watch TV with you. You're going to sit and I don't care what it is, and we're going to watch it. And she knew more that it was because it was more the streaming and the TV shows were sort of into it. And it's been a long time since I sat down and watched kind of an award show. And Kristen
Bell,
she did a good job.
I thought she was really
cute.
She
did a really good job. And Rhino and our show Shogun showed out, so I was glad that we got to see that.
Yes, and that reminded me that you recommended that, and I really have got to go back and watch it. That actress that won, she is just stunning.
Oh yeah, she. So I was super excited about that. It made me forget that it can be fun to watch those type of things.
Yeah, and the thing I like about the SAG Awards is it's always comes in at 2 hours. I mean, it's really no waste of time.
So who's making those decisions?
The producers of each show, and I don't know why the Oscars have to go on for so long. I mean, every year it's like 3.5 or 4 hours.
Who picks the winners of the SAG Awards?
The membership. It's all actors. So it's the Screen Actors Guild. So that's why the actors that win are always so happy because it's their actual peers voting. It's not anybody that's...
Who chooses the Oscars?
Oscars, each category, you get... if you win an Oscar or you're very accomplished in whatever field you're in, whether it be production or acting or music, whatever... you vote for that category.
Because they thank the Academy every time.
Yeah, so there's membership in each category are the ones that vote in that category except Best Picture. Everybody gets to vote for that one. So even if you're an actor, a producer, a director, and you're a member, you get to vote.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And that's coming on Sunday night, right?
Sunday, yes.
What channel does it come on?
I think it is ABC. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's ABC.
Well, we'll have to get you to get us all the highlights to that. Would there be anything that just made you go, ugh, that they won or didn't win?
I don't know. Probably not. This has been a very blah year to me. Well, Wicked is definitely the bright spot, but it's really, as good as it is, and it's got tons of nominations. It's not really been winning much, other than some of the more technical stuff. But so if they won, I think that would be exciting. And there's a new category that is box office achievement, and so we could see them win that one.
Well, hadn't that always been one? That's just by the numbers then. That's an easy one.
Yeah.
You should go in really with your speech prepared if you know, like, in terms of numbers.
Well, that came about because there was so much debate over of movies that did very well, and obviously tons of people liked, not winning Best Picture to movies that nobody saw.
Yeah.
Right. Like, how do you,
Yeah, and the other thing is the Best Picture used to only be 5, and now it's expanded. And that was, I think, to get viewership. Because for the same reason, movies that nobody saw, they don't want to tune in to see who wins,
Fair enough. All righty, well, you'll tune in, and you'll let us know who wins.
Yes.
All right, stick with us. We got more for you coming up next.